study team acknowledges that the study is being implemented by the South African Medical Research Council, Epicenter, NICD, SANAC, the Global Fund, CDC, and others in collaboration with the Global Fund and principal recipients of the Global Fund. The valuation is being funded by CDC. By way of background, in 2016 in South Africa, there is an estimated just under 7 million people living with HIV. Prevalence amongst young girls is extremely high, and in response to this, new programs are being initiated to reduce their vulnerability to HIV and increase the resilience of young women and girls. The purpose of this evaluation is to measure the impact of the Global Fund program of interventions on HIV incidence in young girls 15 to 24 years of age in 10 districts in South Africa. The Global Fund intervention districts fall in 7 provinces and are listed on this slide. The study population will be young girls between the ages of 15 to 24. The primary objective of the study is to determine changes in HIV incidence after the implementation of the global funded interventions in a household-based representative sample of young girls and women ages 15 to 24 in these 10 districts across the 7 provinces. Secondary objectives include the following: to measure the exposure of participants in the interventions associated with HIV incidence and HIV risk behavior in this 2-year study. What is the baseline prevalence of HIV amongst the young girls and women, and what proportion of those are living with HIV are on ART, and what does this change after 2 years of intervention? What is the baseline prevalence of pregnancies, STIs, herpes simplex virus 2 and syphilis, and how does this change after 2 years of intervention? And what is the baseline prevalence of HIV risk behaviors, transactional sex, gender-based violence, intimate partner violence, alcohol and drug use, and how does this change after 2 years of intervention? To what extent do young girls and women have access to and use sexual reproductive health services and commodities such as HIV testing, condoms, contraceptive, PrEP, pre-exposure prophylactics, and ART, and how does this change after 2 years of intervention? And what extent do participants participate in education at school and employment and career development opportunities and economic opportunities, and how does this change after 2 years? And how do they report changes in resilient promoting environments and social capital, social cohesion, protective social norms, and how does this change after 2 years of intervention? And what is the impact of the intervention over time on cognitive behavior and social environments of these young girls? The study's design is 2 cross-sectional surveys. The first one, 12 months apart from each other. The size is 14,000 young girls and women will be sampled. The young girls will be invited to complete a questionnaire using a handheld-based Samsung tablet. The caregiver question will be administered to participants who are younger than 18 years of age to their caregivers, and samples will be collected using a finger prick. The ethical obligations have been catered for. These young girls will be offered HIV counseling and testing at the end of the survey design. We will also give them a barcoded card where they can link, this will be linked to their samples that we collect, and we will take their results to the local clinic so that they can collect their results within 2 to 3 weeks of collecting the samples. We will also refer any girls into treatment and care and support facilities should we pick up that they are in need of such services.